Necessary differences. Did you know that every nation/business/team/organization needs people who think differently to be the best they can be? This is the power of diversity, people with diverse thoughts, opinions, and perspectives coming together to build something better. Jim Collins, in his book, Built to Last, says this about necessary differences. Enduring great organizations exhibit a dynamic duality. On the one hand, they have a set of timeless core values and purpose that remain constant over time. On the other hand, they have a relentless drive for progress, change, improvement, innovation, and renewal. Great organizations keep clear the difference between their core values, which never change, and operating strategies and cultural practices, which endlessly adapt to a changing world. He calls this dynamic duality the way to both preserve the core and stimulate progress. Using this terminology can help us better understand and appreciate the different dynamics at play in politics. Depending on the context, one side may place a higher value on preserving the core, while the other side may place a higher value on stimulating progress. These differences can be challenging because they will create disagreement, but these differences can also make us better. Without people fighting to stimulate progress, no group would ever make the changes needed to respond to a changing world. Without people fighting to preserve the core, groups would lose the core values and purpose that hold them together. These disagreements can make it easy to become so divided that it is hard to value the necessary differences the other side brings to the table. We've moved so far away from each other that we've stopped talking to each other and mostly just yell at each other. Guess what? The people we disagree with are human beings trying to do the best they can with what they know. Are they right about everything? Nope. And neither are we. And that's okay. In fact, it's necessary. Diversity will create disagreement, but it doesn't have to create division. Unity requires diversity. Without diversity, we're stuck with uniformity. The Apostle Paul, in his letter to the church in Corinth, beautifully illustrated the power of necessary differences. He used the image of a human body to describe the way the church is intended to function. A foot is different from a shoulder, and an ear is different from a knee. The different body parts are what allow a body to function. If every part were an ear, you wouldn't be able to walk, talk, eat, smell, or see. The different body parts are needed for the body to function properly. Differences are necessary. Differences make us better. Differences make us stronger. Understanding the necessary differences that we bring to the table is an important step toward unity and away from division. Pray. God, help me to see the necessary differences we all bring to the table. Help me to be open to the perspectives and ideas of others. Help me to move toward unity and away from division.
And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Now there are diversities of gifts, the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another divers kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. But all these worketh that one and the selfsame Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. But as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one Spirit. For the body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, Because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, Because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? If the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? But now hath God set the members every one of them in the body as it hath pleased him. And if they were all one member, where were the body? But now are they many members, yet but one body. And the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, Or again the head to the feet, I have no need of you. Nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary, and those members of the body which we think to be less honourable, upon these we bestow more abundant honour, and our uncomely parts have more abundant comeliness. For our comely parts have no need, but God hath tempered the body together, having given more abundant honour to that part which lacked, that there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it, or one member be honoured, all the members rejoice with it. Now ye are the body of Christ, and members in particular.